So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Always Cyber. So in today's video, we are going to cover a web security issue, is XXE, which is called XML External Entity Injection. Okay. So in this video, we try to solve a lab to see how we can perform this XXE injection attack. Okay. So first of all, before learning this XXE injection, we have to know what is XML. So XML is a markup language like HTML. Okay. Its full form is Extensible Markup Language. So it is a markup language like HTML, but what our HTML does in our HTML, it is used for rendering the website, like to show some content in website, to show some text data or audio data or any video data into the website. But this XML, it is not used for any kind of rendering in the website. Our XML is just used for storing and transporting of data, okay, from browser to our website or web server. Okay, so you can see an example, a simple example. Okay, so here you can see, here no action is performed. Here only data are stored. Restore, Jenny, reminder, and don't forget me this weekend. So this is just data that we are sending, transporting. You can say from our browser to the website or web server. Okay. So no work is performed, or there is no any operation or processing on XML to reflect on our website. It is just sending our data to the web server. And at the web server, when this data is received, so there may be some application in the server side. There may be some email application or some other application which will use this data. So suppose there is an email application and at server side, and when that email application receives this data, that email application may interpret this data like that email application need to send a message that it don't forget me this weekend, or you can say that email application need to draft a mail where that email application has to send the email to Toe, and it will be from Jenny, and the heading of that email will be reminder, and body content will be don't forget me this weekend. Okay, so this is just a simple example. So let's see how we can exploit this XSC injection. There are many application websites, web applications that use this XML to transfer some data to the web server. Okay, so let's move on to our lab. Okay, so this is the Portugal lab, and it is actually a learning web security academy where you can learn various web security issues. And this is maintained by this is the company which is maintaining a very famous web pen testing tool that is called Bubsuit. Okay, so this is our Bubsuit. Okay, it is a proxy tool where you can just capture the every request and response that is going between your browser and the website or web server. Okay, so let me just split into side by side so that you can, it is easy to see. Okay, our website, our lab website is loading. So this XXE external XML external entity injection is also comes under WASP top 10. So WASP top 10 is a top 10 web security issues. Okay, so this is our lab website, and it is just looking like our simple normal online shopping website. So suppose I want to order this typewriter. So here it is given $25 and with details. So let me first click on this one. Yeah, and in this page you can see, first of all, we will see all the details given here, and in the bottom side you can see there is a feature, or you can check the stock here, stock for this typewriter in various locations in London, Paris, or this location. Okay, so suppose I click on London location. So for London location it is showing me 316 units. Okay. Okay, so we have seen how it is working. So for Paris location, suppose we are checking for Paris location. So in Paris location there is 40 units present. Okay, so here you can see product ID for this typewriter is 4. Okay, we are just checking stock from here. Some requests are going from our browser, and once the request is issued by our server or website, that website is, or web server is providing us unit according to the location, various location. Okay, so now we have seen this scenario from our website. Now let us see same request but from a tool called Bubsuit. Okay, so for that let me first replace this one. Okay, so currently we are just clicking on this location button and checking the stock button, and we are getting the stock value, how many units are present there, but we are not able to see what the background response and request are going. So how we will check that? We will use a tool called Bubsuit. Okay, so this is our Bubsuit tool, and there is a feature called intercept. So using this feature we can capture all the requests that is going from our browser to the website or web server. Okay, so first of all let me turn on this intercept button. So we have just turned on this intercept button, and once I click on this stock button, so some request will be goes from my browser to the website, but it will be captured by this tool. Okay, let me click on this one, check stock. So once I click, you can see this request is captured by Bubsuit. So here you can see our product stock is going. Okay, and let me zoom it first. Yeah. So here you can see a post request is going. Post request is going from our browser to the website. Okay, and the URL it is visiting is product/stock, and in the X and in the content type you can see it is going through our XML. Okay, that is XML extensible markup language. Okay, yeah, this extensible markup language which I just explained to you. So here you can see there is some XML data going from our browser to the website, and in this XML data you can see the product ID is equal to 4, and this product ID is given in this URL product ID. As you can see, let me zoom out. As you can see, product ID equal to 4. Okay, so we have captured the request in our Bubsuit tool, and okay, we have captured the request. Now we want to make some changes. We want to make some modifications in this request, and after doing some modification, we will send this to the website or web server. Okay, and see how the website respond. If we try to inject some malicious code, and if server does not validate that malicious code, and if that server will process our code, then we will get some secret information, confidential information from the website. Okay, so now to see its response in this tool itself, we will first send it to repeater. Right click and send it to repeater. Okay, okay, so now request is come to this repeater side. So now we can disable this one, disable our intercept. Okay, so now all our modification will be done on this repeater tab. So what we will do, first of all, suppose we want to check how many stock are present in for this product ID 4, that is typewriter, in the store ID location. Store ID is 1 in the London location. Okay, so this is our request side and this is our response side. So we just click on send, and as you can see in this location, in store ID 1 location, there are 316 units are present. Okay, so suppose if we try to make some changes here. Okay, so let us try to modify this request. Okay, so if we provide this symbol here, and once we send it, you can see there is response invalid product ID. Okay, so means in our response our symbol is highlighting. Okay, it is displaying. Okay, so we can try to inject a malicious payload here or malicious code here. Okay, so and if server will process that code, then it can display us some useful information or some confidential information that should not be visible to a normal user. Okay, so the payload that I'm using is this one, this slash sorry, this is our, this is basically a external entity definition in a XML. It is a feature of XML, but we have modified that according to our current situation here. So what we are doing is we are just defining a doc type, that is test, and we are creating an external entity which is named XXE. And what this system command will do, this system basically, this system is used to fetch any file present in the server or website, or this can also be used to fetch any URLs. Okay, so currently in this payload we are using the system command to fetch some files, some etc/passwd file present in the backend server or website, our target server, target website. Okay, so this etc file passwd, it should not be visible to any attacker, okay? Because this file contains some sensitive information like the various users and their accesses and their group IDs present in the target server or target website. Okay, so a normal user should not be able to fetch this information from a normal website, but we are trying to fetch that information. Okay, so suppose we copy this one and we just paste it here. Here we have just modified our request, and as you can see we are sending this modified request to the website, and the response from the website or web server will be reflected here, will reflect here. Okay, so what changes we need to do, as you can see whatever we are highlighting here in this product ID, it will be reflected in our response. Okay, so what we will do, what our command is doing here, this first of all, this system command fetches the /etc/passwd file from the our target website or web server, and after fetching that information /etc/passwd contains, it will store that information inside this external entity XXE. Okay, so in XML, so you can assume that this XXE is a variable. Okay, so we want to display its value in the response side. So what we will do, if you want to display, if you want to reference any variable in XML, you can use this command. ampersand XXE and thereafter semicolon. Okay, so now we have changed our request. Now again we send, and here you can see invalid product ID, and we are getting all the response, all the data that is all this confidential data, secret data that is present inside the /etc /passwd file. It is a confidential or a sensitive file that is present in Linux operating system, and it should not be visible to a normal. It should not be visible to any attacker. Okay, so as you can see, by using this tool, we can fetch this information. So this is a XML issue present in the website, and due to that issue, we are able to fetch this detail. Okay, this one. So this is a basic example of XXE injection attack that we have just performed. So instead of only this /etc/passwd file, you can access various confidential files as well. Okay, so and once you find this in any website, you can report it to the company in bug bounty, or you can make its report for a pen testing report.